Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Gaming After Dark. Yes, I'm your host, Mr. Boom Boom Kaboom. It's a Noof Nukem back in the room. It's not official yet. If you didn't know, yes, we go live and bring this podcast back on September the 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern, and we hope that everyone's going to show up and come out in droves. We have got a dynamite show up for you. But obviously, this is kind of an impromptu sort of not necessarily last minute, but I wanted to get this one out of the way, and I wanted to announce our fabulous new panel moving forward, starting again on September the 6th. Now, the Wize Old Gamer, I'm not sure what's up with him tonight. I was hoping he was going to be here. He has been a panel member for some time, for the last couple of weeks or months, as basically, well, Titan took the show over to Sunday nights, and he sort of renamed it. It was Gamers and Drago. And he moved it over to Sunday. And obviously, I've tried to get Titan to come back on this show. Obviously, he's a huge friend and a great personality, and we love him here. But unfortunately, due to school and things, it's not looking like he's going to be able to come back on the show, at least for the foreseeable future. Now, we won't rule anything out. Perhaps down the road, he finds the time to come back and join us. But as it is, I can't do this solo. It's not quite right. I mean, I could do Gaming After Dark solo, but hey, it's better when we feed off each other and we got more views than just my antiquated opinions. Just a shout out to the chat so far. Some amazing people here early, including Crazy Greek Dude, Alex is a Valve, and Jeffe 1007. Thank you, man. Appreciate all the love and support and all the great messages I've had over the past few months. It is exciting to get back to it. But any further ado, I'm going to introduce the very first person I selected to come back. He sort of reached out to me when I sent out the bat signal. He is someone very familiar to the community. And like I said, he's very knowledgeable. He brings a lot of different views and opinions into the podcast scene. And I have a lot of respect for this man. He's a great guy to play games with. He's just a ton of laughs. And I know with his kind of humor and everything else, he's just a perfect fit for this podcast. And, he expressed interest in being here because he likes to kind of think outside the box, so to speak. And he likes to say a lot of crazy stuff at times, and it's nice to be on podcasts sometimes when you're not constantly filtered and constantly have to decide what I'm going to say or what I can't say. So without any further ado, he's my friend. He was my fellow co-panel member on Good Morning Xbox, and here he is, guys, the one, the only Cerebral Paul.
Hey, everybody. It's so good to be here. Boy, that $5 I sent you for that intro. Well worth it. Well worth it.
It's gone already, Paul.
Yeah. Glad to be here. The other reason is I got, getting up that early in the morning was starting to be really hard on this old man. So, here we are.
Well,
can't wait to get started. Should be fun.
It's crazy. I'm considered fairly old in the gaming scene. Obviously, you're fairly old in the gaming scene. And our next character is also considerably old, even a little bit older than you, Paul. So I'm starting to smell the formaldehyde in here. We ain't dead yet. We ain't dead yet. We're still rocking and rolling, baby.
I'm telling you, we need that Geritol and the Depends sponsorship.
Yes. This episode has been brought to you by. Go ahead, Paul.
Geritol and Depends. Yeah.
Yes, and it all depends. Be
healthy and feel good sitting in it. Yeah.
Oh man. There you go. We're going to have to open every week like that. I'm going to say, this episode is brought to you, and you'll be just like, yeah, there you go. Let's catch up with let's catch up with the incredible chat again, just before we announce our second major panel member. We got Kilo Milo. What's going on? Iceman. LMH is in the house. Ron TJ is here. Caper Grant, baby. What's going on? Good to see some familiar faces in here. And yes, don't worry. We are going back on Tuesday nights at 10 Eastern, okay, which is 8 Central and 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Let's get all those dates right. And if you're on the other side of the world, over in the UK, where a lot of people watch the show, I think that's like, 3 o'clock in the morning for them. So very, 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 very early for them. But hey, you can only do so much. We can't control the time zones. All right. And yes, how do I introduce this next man? He's been a friend of mine in the community for many years. He's always enjoyed, I guess, the way that my podcast and the way I've always sort of, um, you know, articulated and talked about gaming. We have a lot in common that way. He's also very funny and again brings a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and he's got a fantastic voice and he can lay it down with the best of them. You may have seen him on various podcasts. You've definitely seen him in the chats, and now we are proud to welcome him as a full-time member of Gaming After Dark. It's the one, the only, the charming Sir X-Man.
There's no formaldehyde coming from me. I use baby wipes afterwards. I'm good.
Oh, jeez.
He's got the cleanest ass in the grass.
I make sure it's clean and unsmelly, baby.
That's the way to be, especially when you're sitting in a gaming chair all day long.
Yeah.
Always next to my triple screen PC, my wheels and my pedals. I'm good.
Yes. So to everybody that's in the chat, guys, I really hope that you're excited about the panel members we've chosen. I think they're a perfect fit for Gaming After Dark. And if they didn't think they wouldn't be, I'm sure they would have declined the invitation. So it is glad to have them here. I had various other people interested, but like I said, it all comes down to chemistry and the vibe and all this stuff. And I think it is great that, between myself and Cerebral Paul, Sir X-Man, and Wize Old Gamer, we are that small clique of the community that represents gamers who've pretty much been around for most of the generations, have played on numerous consoles, have played on PC, have gone through the DOS era and all of all that crap. And here we are in the day of the digital download and games as a service and everything else. And we've seen things evolve crazy.
And everything else that Noof complains about. In many ways, he acts older than I do.
Isn't it funny that they are older than me, but Paul and Sir X-Man and everybody else have sort of moved along, and I'm still yet the dinosaur?
I'm still the oldest. It don't matter. I don't care. But I look younger than both of y'all, so I'm good.
Yeah, you do look quite young, and you got that perfectly shaped round head too.
You know how hard that is to shave sometimes, too?
What, your beard or your head?
All of it. How you think I attract the young ladies, man? I got
you. Use them. You use that Manscaped? Yeah.
No. Ain't nothing but a classic razor going to my head. I'm good.
Classic razor. What, the ones like you see in the movie, the one that the guy flips it out and just shaves it down the center?
No, I use a Mark III or one of those fusions. I'm good.
Those are all right. Yeah, absolutely. We got a couple of super chats coming in here, my friends. Drawn TJ's got the first one. Paul, I'm going to let you read out the super chat. The first one comes in. Drawn TJ. He drops $5.
Hi, Paul, Noof, and Sir X-Man. And
all right, then he comes back with another $5. Drawn TJ. And we lost you, Paul.
Oh, you okay? Okay, there we go. Perfect panel, Noof. Great choices.
Fantastic. All right, so we got some thumbs up here. And then Alex as a Valve comes in with a Canadian $13.99.
Congrats to all of you, and I definitely look forward to all your future shows.
Fantastic. Oh, my God, Kylo really? Milo. You see what he said? You are the Black Mr. Clean.
I'll accept that.
He'll accept that. There's nothing wrong, Mr. Clean.
But you got to represent. I listen to metal, baby. Full lifetime metal, baby.
Full lifetime metal. How about that? Who's your favorite metal band?
In hardcore metal,
yeah,
Iron Maiden. I got my
Iron Maiden. Right going back a year.
But as far as general rock and semi metal, it's AC/DC.
Ooh, there you go.
All right.
AC/DC.
So for those of you guys who perhaps, I don't know, maybe the chat is familiar with everyone. I'm pretty sure they're pretty familiar with Paul. But regardless, guys, just tell everybody in the chat who is watching, and perhaps new people that are going to watch this on the replay. We can't assume that everybody knows exactly who we are and what we've been doing. So, Paul, why don't you just tell us a little bit about your gaming history and, and why you're excited to be a part of all this.
If everybody around here doesn't know who I am and they haven't been paying attention, that's all.
Old ass.
My name's Cerebral Paul. I have been gaming since the early mid 70s because I'm that old. just like the other guy next to me. I came up through Atari 2600, and then I went to Commodore 64, did some computer stuff. Pre-MS-DOS, then MS-DOS and Windows and all that. Currently, I am an Xbox ambassador and community champion. I not only stream on my personal channel, but I also stream on the Xbox ambassador channel once a week, if not more. I enjoy all things gaming, and unlike Noof, I like the changes, and I like what I'm never going to be the old man who doesn't like the change. I can tell. I'm always going to be up forward with everything. I like trying to keep up with the technology. It's exciting for me.
I got to ask you though, Paul. You're not concerned that being a regular on this podcast is going to put you in the black books?
I'll just have to. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, there may be some subjects that come up that I don't respond to, but you'll understand that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, absolutely, fair enough. You just plead the fifth, right?
Yeah.
All right. Continue, Paul.
So I don't know. What else would you like to know? Yeah.
Well, obviously, you should explain the name, where it comes from, and those people who aren't familiar with things, because you've had this in the past where people have challenged you on stuff and they don't know your scenario.
Right. I have cerebral palsy, which affects my my coordination, my reflexes, my how fast I can respond to things and things like that. So it affects my gameplay and my ability. So I don't tend to do as good in like shooters and stuff or anything that requires quick reflexes as other people. And so I'm very big on accessibility and things like that. You'll notice that's one of my pet peeves, actually. People who say that games shouldn't have level difficulty settings and things like that, I will die on that hill. So
slowly,
I just do the best I can and try to have fun.
Hey, you're pretty good at golf, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, that golf game I'm really good at.
I can't wait to play again, dude. That PGA, that 2K golf. Me and Paul love playing that.
Yep. And you're right. Awesome. That's the one game I can beat a lot of people at.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, but like I said, one of my favorite parts is just playing games with you in general, and knowing that you don't take them too seriously. You kind of obviously accept where where you're going to be on a leaderboard kind of thing, but you go in, you have some fun, and you crack jokes along the way. And I always find that when you're there, the game rooms always seem a little bit more fun, a little more down there. It's great.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
me
that.
And Paul don't care about leaderboards. We just like playing against each other, man.
Hey, not too bad.
Though I do like beating like Sir X-Men and stuff, because they kind of deserve it.
Dude, please. I beat you so many times. Once in a blue moon, dude.
Hey, and look who's in the chat. If it isn't Mr. Fun Speculation, Mr. Babyface himself calling us, look at the old fogies. Yes, Fun Speculation. We'll send someone over to change your diaper later on tonight.
Yeah.
Looks like we accidentally made our show The Elder Gamer.
Yeah. We were talking about doing a podcast, and here we are.
Falling on some stuff, so it's been hard to do it.
Yeah, we could call this like dusting games off after dark or something.
No,
like that.
Our name was going to be The Elder Gamer. So
Elder Gamers.
Yeah.
Elder Gamers After Dark. There you go.
Oh, Lord.
Elder Gamer.
You wouldn't dare.
Wait, Elder Gamers After Dark. That would be EGAD.
EGAD. I like it.
EGAD.
It has a ring to it.
EGAD.
All right. We'll take votes in the chat for Elder Gamers After Dark. We got another super chat coming in from our good friend Soren. Here he goes. He drops $5.
Greetings, y'all. Xbox Ambassador program is cool. Let's see. Love my Series X. Just managed to order a PS5. Well, congratulations.
Have fun with it.
Nice.
Enjoy God of War when it comes out.
Hey, and our good friend is in the chat as well, Mr. APXRP, or AP Cool J, as I used to call him. I haven't liked gaming in a while because I'm a pathetic alcoholic. He said there. I said it. Sad but true. That's okay, AP. You can win that battle, brother. You keep at it, man. Glad you're here in the chat, though.
That's the best time to game is when you're drunk.
Especially play golf. We played some golf with some people when they were drunk. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Until
I start singing, Noof, until I start singing.
I just wanted to say a big thanks to those who did reach out to me and concerned of potentially becoming a panel member of Gaming After Dark. And, we'll never say never. We won't rule things out. There was a lot of really good people that reached out and at least expressed some interest. And it was just, like I said, it was one of those things where it's you can't have everybody. I insist on keeping the panel relatively small. We've never actually been a panel bigger than 3. We're now up to 4, and if at all possible, I want to try to keep it 5 and under as permanent panel members. So just again, thanks to everybody that reached out. And you never know. You never know when life is going to, kick us in the nads, and people will have to step aside or what have you, and we'll go from there. But I love the mix we have here right now. I think it's awesome. I wish Wize Old Gamer could have been here with us tonight. I'm not sure what's happening with him, but we all know as well with Wize Old Gamer, he's had health issues over the past little while as well. And let's hope that he's able to make it most of the Tuesday nights, especially being a teacher and all that stuff. So shout out to him. Soren,
this panel of old people, it's almost a given a shot that at least one of us is going to be in the hospital from week to week.
I already did that. I'm not doing that no more.
Sir Excellent's already been there. He's beaten us to it.
Nope. The nurses were fine though. Oh my God. Jesus.
Oh, did you have to get the catheter treatment?
No, I didn't have to go through that. Actually, yeah. I did.
Hey, I said when I was there a couple years ago from a back surgery, I actually enjoyed it. It's the first time someone other than my wife has touched my dick in years, so that was kind of cool.
Until they pulled it out.
Oh yeah, that part is never so fun. Yeah. Oh, indeed. We're having some fun here, guys.
That's right, people. You watch this show long enough, you're going to learn things that you really never wanted to know. Yes,
it's going to make you go see your regular doctor to stay at the hospital so you can avoid that.
Right.
Hey, Wicked Hot is in the house. What's going on, my brother? Good to see you here in the chat, man. I know people are super excited for Gad to get back on the go. And I had a great compliment the other day putting this podcast up there with some of the tops out there in the business, and that's pretty flattering when somebody considers me in a top 3 of anything. So so I'll take it. Greatly appreciated. Caitlin is in the house, just the Mav's other half. Caitlin, it's good to see you. It's been a long time. She says, "Oh my God,
the Mav's better half, okay, and prettier half, and smarter.
Definitely the prettier half." Yeah. Mav, we got to get you and Caitlin back on Gaming After Dark. Gaming After Dark is open to anyone who's willing enough to come on this show. And if you guys did see my tweet as well, not much is going to change. I still intend to have Arnie, Cleanus, and Safe House Sam, but, I'd like to have more female guests on the show, those who are willing to come on, put themselves out there. I like to bring the spotlight to people who don't get enough spotlight in our gaming industry. Like, Gaming After Dark, yes, while we do take things pretty lightheartedly, we have a bit of fun and the adult humor, we're still serious at heart, too. We talk about major game topics, and we shy away from nothing. This is not an Xbox podcast, a PlayStation podcast, or a Switch podcast. This is an all-around podcast. Although, yes, many of us here are probably deemed as Xbots, as some people call us in the community, and that's fine. You call us whatever you want to call us. Call us assholes if you want. But we're here. We're going to give you our honest opinion. We're not doing it for shits and giggles or clicks. We're here, and we're having fun doing it.
I've been playing since Atari, too. I still have mine. Thank you. Yeah. Nobody asked me.
He still has his Atari. He's probably got a joystick up his ass right now.
Hey, there's only one joystick on that system.
One button, one stick, eh?
Okay.
But the paddles were fun rolling across your body. Remember the paddles?
Paul always gets excited for those flight sticks.
Yeah, right?
Right. Especially, I missed a Sidewinder that actually had force feedback in it. So,
Oh, my Lord. Hey, look who it is, Cerebral Paul. It's our good friend, look, from Good Morning Xbox.
Where?
Cool Cat Terry.
Oh.
Hey, Terry.
What's up, Terry? Good to see you, girl. Miss you. I miss Good Morning Xbox. And yes, my intention is to also go back to that podcast if they'll have me at some point in time. But
why does her character on her icon look so mad? it looks so mad about everything.
Have you ever seen her on a podcast? She is always
Oh
mad
my
about
God,
everything.
no.
Yeah,
You
get her mad about something. She looks like that. It's exactly.
Sorry about that, cat. They just look mad at everything.
Terry's fantastic. She was a diamond in the rough. Great person to have as part of Good Morning Xbox.
Yep.
They're doing great over there. Shout out to Axel. Shout out to Paul. Cool Cat Terry, Eternal Shaddai, and Scrub Nurse for doing a heck of a great job in my absence. Better job in most cases. Heck, they got graphics and cool intros and everything now. So shout out to the guy who makes a lot of that happen. Mr. Jay Williams, aka the Graphic God. Yes, Graphic God. I've never forgotten you, brother. Always near and dear. Yes, indeed. Crazy Louie. Mm-hmm. Crazy Louie in the house. What's going on, brother? Yes. It's kind of funny because I'm getting inundated with like all these people that send me like, hey, I can do graphics and borders and overlays in YouTube. And I'm just like, man, your shit doesn't even come close to Graphic Gods. Like, I am not using anyone else. He's done a good job with me. So that's it. So there you go. Yeah, so there you kind of have it. There's the panel, guys, or at least 3/4 of it right now. Wize Old Gamer, you guys are familiar with him. He was part of the panel prior to my departure, essentially. So that's why we don't deem him as a new panel member, but he's fresh enough. And here we go. So I don't think I asked you, Sir X-Men. Tell us a little bit about your background. We had talked about Paul's, so you've been gaming, like you said, from way. Like, how did you get into it? What all that sort of stuff.
Arcades, then really arcades in the early 70s, and then one of my friends got an Atari, and then I ended up buying it. And combat was life.
Oh, the little tank game, right?
I love combat. It was so shooting from across the screen, man. And then moved on from that to pretty much various consoles over the time. I don't care what they say. I love the Atari 7800. Great console. Then moved on to Nintendo. And then, hey, Noof, you lost some weight, buddy. I can see it in your face. Then I moved on to and played the Nintendo like everybody else. Favorite game on that was Rygar. Loved Rygar. Then I ended up playing every Sega console. Then Atari with Tomb Raider, and the rest is history. And then PlayStation for Tomb Raider, and then the rest is history. Had various consoles since then. Dreamcast was life, though. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
And I like every video game console. I just don't like what they do as a corporation.
Right.
But other than that, that's it. Y'all know me. Y'all know who I am. Y'all see me on podcasts. You know I shoot the jib and don't hate and don't hold nothing back when I go on a rant. So if you don't like me like for that, then just let me know. I'll be like, okay.
Well, it's great that you brought that up because, during my hiatus as well, I've made a lot of friends. I've made a lot of good friends by doing the podcast and through gaming and the community game nights and stuff. And, sitting here and thinking about a lot of things, I realize that in some cases I've alienated some people and some people have alienated me in different things and stuff like that. And I think about it. It's like, at the end of the day, regardless of our opinions, we're all gamers. Can you imagine if you weren't going to be friends with someone because they didn't like the same sports team as you or all this kind of stuff? It sounds pretty childish. Like, why should it be any different with me? We all have a difference of opinion. We all have our favorite platforms. We have games that we like and games we dislike, and they're not always the same. But the community sometimes becomes a very big echo chamber. And as soon as you stand outside of that, if you stand outside the status quo and you say things that some people don't like to hear, most of the time it's just, sometimes we're going to spit the facts, but there's other times it's just going to be, information and opinions based on an info. And I don't see the point in losing sleep and wasting my time attacking people or trying not to be friends with this one or that one because this one doesn't like this one and this one doesn't like that. I don't care what you like. I know what I like, and I just want to have great conversations on here. And I don't care anymore how such and such wants to run their channel. I don't care what kind of content. They want to do 50 podcasts a week. They want to do one podcast a week, or they want to do a clickbait pocket. I really don't care anymore. I've gotten wrapped up in that side at times, and I've had enough of it. I'm done with it, and I just want to have great people on the show, whether people like them or not. And I want to have great conversations, and I want to have some good debates. I think that's what makes for entertaining podcasts. And I'm looking forward to some of the guests we're going to have coming up here in the near future. Some are probably not overly liked amongst certain facets of our community, and that's fine by me. I ain't forcing people to like them, and I ain't forcing you to sub to my channel, but I do want to have some great conversations. A lot of these people I go way back with, and I consider a lot of them friends. And I'll just leave it at that.
I'll break it down for what you said, so everybody will know. You have to be you. If you can't be you and be honest to the true person that you are, you have no business in the business, and doing this, because being more honest to people is better than lying to people and making up stuff. You have to say what's in your true heart, what's in your feelings about the situation and the topic you're talking about.
Absolutely.
And there's no other. You get respect from being truthful and honest for who you are, more than making up stuff. And that's the way it is in real life. And that should be the way it is on these shows.
I agree wholeheartedly. Unfortunately, that isn't always the way things turn out, but hey,
I know
what it is. Hey, let's get into the chat, man. We got Juno's 23s in the house. Juno's, what's going on, brother? Got to get you back as a guest on Gaming After Dark in the near future. Make sure you hit me up with a DM, brother, and I'll get you back on. Our good friend Crazy Louie, yes, the Crazy Louie one. I'm sure he'll be back on the podcast. You know what? Crazy Louie could have easily been a panel member too, but you know what? We can only handle so much crazy on one podcast, and I want to keep the panel members to under 5.
Yeah, we got Cerebral Paul here. That's enough crazy.
Yeah, Crazy Louie drops 4.99. Paul, go ahead, take it away.
Boom, boom, kaboom. Let's go.
Yes.
Flexing 3 times.
Flexing 3 times. And Crazy Louie, you're looking good these days, brother. You must be working on a lot. Looks like you got some pounds off yourself. So good job. Good job, everybody.
I was going to say, too, toward what you were just talking about, I think that's why you have me here, because 2 things will happen. You know that I'm good at debating, and you know that I call people on their BS.
Yeah, I kind of call you.
Can say bullshit here.
Paul, you're kind of like essentially the male version of Ash and Luke in a sense sometimes.
Yeah.
Because our good friend Ash and Luca, God bless her, she's out there listening. Ash, and we love you. And I know that when it comes to Luca, right or wrong sometimes, but girl never strays away from a scrap. She calls it like she sees it, and sometimes she nails it on the head. Maybe sometimes she gets a little overexcited, but that's why we love Luca. So, yeah.
Give it to Luca.
Yeah, that's right. You want to have a debate, you get her in here and she'll set you straight. Speaking of people that sound a lot the same, our good friend Assassin Lupa. I haven't heard from her in a while. Last I heard from her husband John, she was coming around, but I don't know any more than that. And I just want to say, Lupa, if you are listening, please reach out, or have your husband reach out to us and let us know how you're doing. I've been thinking about you a lot, and I hope that you are on the mend, and miss all of our conversations. We miss you in the community. I think I speak for almost everyone when I say that. I don't know if you guys have any special words for our good friend Lupa.
Yeah, I hope she's doing well. We haven't seen any new messages from her for a few weeks now, or from her husband. So yeah, I hope everything's going good, and hopefully she'll be back with us soon.
Lupa, this is Sir X-Man, and I'm hoping and praying that everything turns out, and hope you're recovering from whatever you went through. And I forgot there was a region lock on the games I tried to send you because you're over there where you're at, and United Kingdom, and I forgot about that. So I'll try to figure out a way to get you some other games over there, whether it's send the money and tell you the game I suggest, or some other way. But we miss you in the community, and we wish you wellness, and hope you can return as soon as possible.
Amen. Also, shout out to our good friend Spooky Sprocket, who's back in the community these days and doing his podcast. Good to see him behind the microphone and blaring his tunes and all that good stuff. So, shout out to Spooky. No, he sent me lots of love and support. So, shout back to you, Spooky. We're thinking about you as well, man. Glad to see you're making a recovery and hope all is going well. Okay. Is there anything you guys want to discuss before we won't keep this podcast too long? Like I said, September the 6th, 10 p.m. It's going to be the first show. We'll hopefully have the full panel here ready to roll out that night. So is there anything you guys want to discuss? Anything you want to say to the chats?
I got a question for
go
you,
ahead.
Noof. What was your favorite game in the 80s?
Oh, hot damn.
I told you I'll surprise you sometimes.
Boy. I had a lot in the 80s. In the 80s, I probably didn't get into the 80s as much as you guys. Honestly, I really liked stuff like, I guess a tie. I really loved Shinobi and Afterburner on the Sega Master System in the 80s.
Nice.
But then it was really the 90s.
Master System was 90s. That was
well, Master System came out in 86. Afterburner, I think, was 87. Shinobi was around then as well, 87, 88.
I have a Master System, and it has the date of 91 on it.
No,
that may be the one you got was manufactured 91.
They were still making them then? Really? Wow.
Yeah, they might have made them up till then, because I remember they made that reiteration of the Master System, that little tiny square one. There was a Master System 2, they called it.
Well, the Master System I had also had a cartridge that you could put in, but it had it looks like a little memory card that you slide in there, and it also had you can have games on it with a higher level of graphics.
Well, so I do remember, the cards that used to slide in on the Master System. Yeah,
right. Those were games.
I never had one. I always had them on cartridge, but
oh yeah. But I'm glad you remembered that. I had Afterburner 2 on that console.
Yeah, but it was really the Genesis for me, man. When the Genesis came out, my love for gaming just skyrocketed. There were so many good ones in there. Revenge of Shinobi, man. That was the game that really got me rolling.
Oh, that was my favorite too. That game was hard.
Oh, love that game.
Yeah.
And then they had the Spider-Man and the Terminator in that game, at least in the original version.
I remember that. Man.
That was
you awesome. Took me back.
I was already doing computers by that time. I was in Commodore 64.
We know you didn't get into consoles around then.
Right. Yes, the Sega Masturbator.
Oh, wow.
The Master something. Yes, too bad. The fate of the Sega Master System did not turn out to be better, and that was largely because of, if you read the Console Wars book, you will know that Nintendo
came out with a 64.
Yeah, Nintendo was a pretty dirty company back in those days, man. They blocked everybody off with Sega too back then. Like, they didn't want nobody publishing nothing. They charged their companies a ton. They used to limit how many copies of games that the third-party publishers could actually make. It was crazy.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they were that dirty back in the day.
Oh, they were. Read the book. It's incredible. The stuff in there, you're just like, whoa. Yeah, there's two different philosophies from Sega and Nintendo, let me tell you. Nintendo hasn't strayed too far from some of their the way that they still try to dominate the market.
Maybe that's just the Japanese philosophy.
It could be.
Yeah.
Well, that was the problem with Sega, though. Sega had that was their big problems. They had the Sega of Japan and then the Sega of America units, which largely disagree with each other on most things. Heck, if Sega of Japan had their way, Sonic the Hedgehog would not have been the character that we know and love today, as a matter of fact.
Now, what killed Sega was the Dreamcast was not DRMing their discs. So you could just go out and download it and then put a boot disc in. You used to go to Pirate Bay to do it, download the game, and then you put it on the console with a boot disc and it would play. That's what killed Sega.
Shout out to Gogol Poe in the chat, who was also in my stream last night as I was streaming The Last of Us 2. Good to see you in this particular podcast, and thanks for stopping by. To everybody that's here, hopefully I had a chance to say hello to everybody so far. You guys are amazing, and we look forward to seeing you all back here, like I said, September the 6th. We'll do a little of my characters in a second. Anybody else have anything to add? Like, so we won't really touch on too many gaming topics tonight. We'll come back full force with that on the official.
There's a super chat. There's a super chat.
Oh, there is, and it comes in from our good friend Soren X. Let's bring it up. Here we go.
Put it up where I can read it.
It's on the screen, brother.
Well, I'm watching the actual stream, so there it is. I'd like to join in the future. Perhaps we can chat if I'm a good fit beforehand on Xbox. No, great work from South Australia. There you go.
All right, Soren, we greatly appreciate it, brother. You never know. We never say never. But like I said, I'm trying to keep the podcast panel small as possible. That leaves room for at least one guest. If we go to 5, it leaves room for a guest. If we're 4, we have room for 2 guests. And like I said, we never know how this is going to turn out. But we'll definitely keep you in mind. And we'll have a lot of people on as guests anyway. So whether you're a permanent panel member, you certainly may get a few guest appearances in. Look forward to having Doggy Dog, our good friend, who is not in the chat tonight, but he always shares his stuff out, and good to see Doggy Dog. He's doing awesome as well. So, yeah.
You never know. Maybe you might be able to relieve us on a night that we can't make it. It happens. It is life.
It is life. We cannot do every single Tuesday. It's impossible. So, yes, we all know how that goes. But anyway,
yeah.
I digress. All right. Anything else, Paul, Sir X-Men, you guys would like to add?
I think we're good.
Nope, I think we're good.
Well, I guess we can't close a show without at least bringing in a couple of characters that you guys know, love as well. And I may have a new one in the works coming down the pipe, but right now I'll stick to the 3 favorites. We got Arnold, we got Safe as Sam, and we got Cletus on standby. Does anyone on the panel or in the chat have a question for one of those gentlemen?
What would you do if you were shot out of a catapult?
Who's this directed?
What is that directed at? Who's that directed
No,
at?
right. Where would you direct it? Okay, I'm gonna add that.
No. Where? Who? Yeah. Which character would you ask that question?
It doesn't matter. Anybody, any one of them can answer.
I don't think Arnold could fit in a catapult these days. He's kind of.
Oh no, them old catapults were big. They could have handled it.
Who's this in the chat? What's this?
Wize Old Gamer. Oh, he's in the
nipple pierced Rand in skinny jeans.
What the heck?
I'm not quite sure, but nipple pierced Rand in skinny jeans. Yes, I'm usually a creep, but just wanted to say, sup, heading to work. Listen to your show when I get there. All right, nipple pierced Rand.
Okay.
Good to see you in the chat, and
wow.
time at work tonight.
And be safe going to work too.
Yes. All right. Hey man, listen wherever you can. Wize Old Gamer's in the chat. He says, I'm sorry. Hey, man, nothing to be sorry about. You make it, you can't. Hopefully you'll be here for the launch podcast. Yes. Or you'll be fired. So that's it. You're fired. Yes. But anyway, I just got home.
You know what? I'm going to record what you just said because I have these Canadian friends that say, we never say sorry. See, but like twice you just said it, and you can definitely hear a sorry when you say it. You're not sorry. You're sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm
sorry. But anyway, your question was, if I was shot out of a cat, what would you do if I was shot out of a cat?
Which direction would you like to be shot, or where would you like to be shot out of a catapult if you had the opportunity?
I'm going to lay this one to Arnold. Arnold, what do you think about that? Honestly, if I was going to be shot out of a catapult, I'd want to be shot right into the vagina. And then open up the legs and they go right in there, super speed in there with the tongue lipping and going. Yes, it's exactly what they want to do there. Yes, let's get in there.
That's
now.
A rapid shot.
We got one from Soren X. Here we go. That's the question. I'll bring it up on the screen.
It says, hello, Arnold.
Yeah.
Would you recommend Gotham Knights?
How in the hell should I know if I haven't even played the game yet? All I know is I want to go out there and I want to be Nightwing or somebody like that. I don't know, the game looks kind of crazy. Hopefully it's really good. But so far, I don't really know enough about it to really give you an honest opinion on the game. But when I play it, I'll come back and let you know. But, you know, honestly, I'm really tired of a lot of these games now. You're running around playing all these guys in tights. I wanted to play with something different than the tights. Maybe some naked Amazon ladies or something like that. That would be a cooler game to me. Hey, it's Doggy Dog in the chat. What's up, Doggy Dog?
Hey, Arnold, what would you do if you were stuck in the Playboy Mansion for about 3 to 4 days?
If I was stuck in the Playboy Mansion for 3 or 4 days, guaranteed I would have an STD. Probably about 40 of them. I'd have my fingers in there. I'd have my tongue in there. I'd have my cock in there. I'd be everywhere. And that's what I would do. I would be stuffing all of these girls just like you'd stuff a bratwurst sausage in there.
Damn. That's deep.
I want to go real deep up in there.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, shit. All right. That's okay, Wize, man. We're listening to you, man. It's all good. I said if you can't make it, you can't. It's all cool, man. But there you go. There's our posse right there. Cerebral Paul, Sir X-Man, Wize Old Gamer. Yes, a couple more weeks and we'll be live. Can't wait for that. Tuesday nights, baby. Same time, same place. It's always been. Yes, indeed. So good to be back on Tuesday nights. Yeah, it's always a little bit late, but nothing too crazy. We can handle one night a week, right, guys? We're not that bad.
I think so. Yeah. I'm a late night person anyway. I can handle this a lot better than I can handle those Sunday mornings.
Yeah, then I got 2 more nights in the week, so I got
just get yourself a good can of Red Bull, man. That's the way it goes, right?
I'll be all right. I won't have to be at work. Wake up until 4 a.m. I'll be all right.
All right, 4 a.m. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Any more questions, Safe House or Cletus, before we roll out?
Oh, well, we need to find out if Safe House, if that restraining order has been lifted so he can be back on the show.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Hey, everybody, yeah, Safe House family. It's good to be back in the building, baby. Yeah, that restraining order. They can't hold me down. I am the one. I am the only Safe House Sam, and I am coming to you on September 6th, motherfucker. Yes, you cock asses. I've been coming right at you. Yeah, and I'm excited to get back because I've been festering. I've been festering like one of those 13-year-old pimples on your fucking side of your face that you just gotta pop. I'm ready to pop, and I won't stop. I'm coming at you September 6th. I'm gonna have all sorts of crazy ass information and opinionated, concentrated, carbonated, fucking fascinated. Yeah, so J-Bass Sam is ready to roll, baby.
Let's see. There's in the chat from Wize Old Gamer. Hey, Arnold, chicken pox or monkey pox?
Oh, Lord.
I don't want any of them. I eat chicken, but I've never eaten monkey, and I don't want any pox. And I don't want cocks. I don't want any of that shit. We've already had enough of the COVID. Stop making up fucking diseases. Who the hell is doing that? What is wrong with you? What are you over there in some fucking laboratory over there going crazy with shit? If I wanted the diseases, I'd go to the truck stop and sit on the toilet for an hour.
Actually,
if it has to do with people screwing, if it has to do with people screwing with animals, I'd say probably Cletus is involved. But
Woo.
Well, here's the diddly. I'm going to invent elephant pox next. Yes, sir. I'm going to crawl right up in there. I want to get inside, and I'm going to tickle his kidneys. That's what I'm going to do. I get up in there. I have monkey pox and chicken pox and elephant pox. Maybe I might even have ostrich pox, because, man, when I get horny, my fucking dick ain't raising like an ostrich.
I just thought about what the next virus is going to be.
Yeah.
Hillbilly pox.
Pussy pox. You're screwed.
Horse pox.
Oh, my God.
I already suffered from horse pox. I already got a horse dick fucking hanging down my leg. Right now, he's about halfway to my fucking knee. And some bitch is going to get that some bitch later, let me tell you. Yeah, I'm doing. Get the fuck out of here, Arnold. You ain't touching that some bitch.
I can't walk no more. That's what she's going to be saying.
Tripod. Cletus, did you get that case of swamp ass cleared up?
Oh, my God.
Well, hey, fiddly diddly. No, I always got constant swamp ass. It's really hard to get rid of, especially up here. I've been hanging out with Noof Nukem every fucking day up here. It's been like 30-odd degrees or more. It's like, what's that in Fahrenheit? It's like 90-odd degrees Fahrenheit. Like it's up here. My sweat got sweat. I'm fucking sweating when I'm blinking my eyes. Honest to God, Honest to God, my underwear has been soggy, and it ain't even full of jizz crumbs. I swear to God, it's so fucking hot. I can't wait for that fucking fall to come back in here.
You know, that's the bad part about winter, hard winters, and hot summers. No matter what you do, you're going to sweat on the inside because all the clothes you put on, you sweating. It don't make a difference. I'm from Chicago. I know what you're talking about, Noob.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. Like, see, the thing is with winter, you can dress for the winter. You can keep adding layers, but unfortunately, in the summertime, there's only so many clothes you can turn on or take off before they call the cops on you, right? So
that's whatever you do. Don't put on a thong in the summertime. Hey, you just will never live that down.
Are you speaking from experience?
No, I'm speaking from seeing it before. I have seen that, and I was like, "What the hell?" That's exactly
he really
what
said that
I
with
said.
Conviction, didn't he, Paul?
Yeah, he did. I'm thinking, I'm thinking he's trying to cover for himself now, but I'm thinking it was him.
I can see X-Man like fucking out there mowing his lawn. Hey, like, yeah, I gotta get those buns toasty.
Oh my god!
And knowing Sir X-Men, he probably wore the thong backwards too.
Remember,
so,
I'm black. It's hard to get a suntan.
Crispy Rambo's in the house. Back from the dead is here, man. We got some amazing players up in here tonight. It's so good to see everybody here, man. Awesome stuff. Hey, Cletus, were you able to turn your mom's period to an exclamation point?
Well, I was even there. One time I got with the mama. Yes, sir. I didn't mind the period. As a matter of fact, I stayed there and I played so long. I even pretty much went right through the keyboard alphabet. That's right. That's right. Yes, sir. You get that little bit of strings coming out there. Yeah, that little bit, what you call it, the fillet of crumbs or some shit like that. You string it along. My God.
So, Cletus, what you're saying is you played in the Egyptian River of Blood.
Absolutely, the Red Sea. The Red Sea, baby. I separated the Red Sea.
Oh my
God! Some things don't need to be parted, and that's one of them. Okay.
That's right. When I was a kid, that's why my grandpappy called me Moses, because I split everything.
Oh Lord!
He said, "Little Moses is in here." Yeah.
How many channels do you get out there with your antenna?
Channels of what? I don't watch no TV. I don't do nothing out there.
Hey, we got Swiss Bliss in the house. What's happening, Swiss Bliss? All right, good to see everybody here. Yes, awesome times. Like I said, guys, this is it. This is the new panel for Gaming After Dark. Whether you like it, whether you hate it, it is what it is. Hopefully, we'll hear good feedback in the coming weeks, and we look forward to bringing, just like I said, some great information, awesome opinions, and all the rest of that stuff. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you all out there. So obviously, Wize Old Gamer will be here with us come September the 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on this YouTube channel. And you guys are amazing. Appreciate all the support. Good to see a lot of familiar faces in that house again tonight, and hope to see you back there on that date. So that's about it for us right now. As for Titan, as I'll reiterate one more time, he has an open door invitation as well as Mag or Primal Eve. I don't think that's the case though, but I'm just letting them know, like they're family. They'll always miss them. But I got some amazing people here with Paul, Sir X-Man, Wize Old Gamer, who can definitely throw down with the best of us. And we look forward to having some great conversations on here that only Gaming After Dark can do in the Gaming After Dark style. So, again, congrats to the new panel members. Welcome to the show. And we look forward to seeing you all in a couple weeks here. Anything you want to say, guys, before we head out?
Nope. I will see you all in a couple of weeks.
All right, guys. September 6th, mark your calendars. See you here. All right. Have fun, everybody. Have a great night.
Peace.